Hello there guys, it's Stephen here on BlueMoonRisingTV and it's the big game, Arsenal versus Manchester City. We are away at the Emirates as we take on one of the title challenges of what's going to be a hugely important game, put it that way. I'm very nervous, but before I do that, I just want to give a quick shout out again to my channel, Esteemed Company. Go and check out that if you haven't already. There's loads of stuff over there, academy reports, match day vlogs, all that kind of stuff. And I did a video yesterday about how we can replace Ilkay Gundogan this season, which is one of the talking points today as well. But yeah, let's get into the match preview. Now, obviously, the big thing here is the missing players. If you look at it logistically, the heart of our team is missing at the moment. Company, you'd presume he would be there usually. Fernandinho's not there. Then Gundogan's not there. Then Aguero's not there. It is a big ask to replace these people. And the big question is, how do we replace Gundogan this season? But in the immediate question, how do we replace him for Sunday? I'm going to say it's going to be Fernando. Given the fact that Fernando is a very composed, very organised central midfielder, and he's probably the guy who's going to be given the job of just sticking on Ozil like glue, following me everywhere, kicking at his heels, and basically being an awkward mess for Ozil, which I'm fine with. I think that makes sense. Aguero obviously is going to be a big loss, as he always is, but Nolito against Watford was excellent. He was a little terrier up front, basically Paul Dickov with skill. Technical Dickov, we've said before on the channel. But yeah, I think Nolito makes sense up front. It's Fernandinho, though. That's the big loss for me, even more than Gundogan, because he's the heartbeat of this team. Given the fact that Coquelin and so on, and Xhaka have plenty of energy in midfield, Yaya maybe doesn't have the energy anymore. It's got to be a four at the back, hasn't it? It just has to be four at the back. Given the fact that we've made some kind of mixed experiments of three at the back, and given the fact that we went back to it at Watford and it seemed to work, we look a lot more solid, then all signs seem to point towards doing what we know. And it did work against Watford. I don't mind the idea of a three at the back. I think in general it will work, but there's a whole thing about running before you learn to walk, so to speak. And I think it's fair to say some of these players maybe haven't quite adapted to that game, and maybe we haven't got the pace either. Now, given the fact that we are playing against a very pacey Arsenal front line, the likes of Sanchez, Walcott, Oxlade-Chamberlain, even Bellerin bursting forward down the wing, I'm not sure we want to play a high line back three against an Arsenal forward line who's scoring plenty of goals this season. I think it's asking for trouble personally. Now, the omens aren't good in particular. I don't think we've beaten them since 2013, that infamous 6-3 game. That was some game, and that kind of score would be welcome for on a personal level on Sunday as well, but it doesn't look good basically. We've not beaten them for a long time. Arsenal seem to have the mark over us at the moment. They seem to be able to beat us, and their form in general has been good, but it yet remains to be seen if this is going to be the same Arsenal as every year, whether they're going to kind of capitulate around March, April, May time. But at the moment they're good. This was only the second defeat against Everton the other day. They lost 2-1 away at Goodison Park, but that was only the second defeat of the season, the first coming on the opening day, a 4-3 against Liverpool. Arsenal are looking good. They'll be happy. Life's been decent for them. The new signings have settled in really well. They're looking very confident. I am very nervous, I'll be honest, but I'm just hoping there's some tactical masterclass forthcoming on Sunday, because we need it, because the stats for Arsenal look good, though they are struggling to keep sheets as well. I think Czech's not kept one in 7 Premier League games now, and obviously we only kept our first in a long time as well against Watford. So neither team are very good defensively, I would say. In general, both teams can be quite porous and concede goals, so that's something that I'm expecting to see become an issue during that game. In fact, I think we've averaged something like 4 goals a game in this fixture over the last few years, so I wouldn't be surprised once again if we see plenty of goals on Sunday as well. In terms of the Arsenal selection, I think they kind of pick themselves really. They're going to use pacers. They're going to use like Walcott and Oxlade-Chamberlain and Sanchez and so on. Sanchez, he's worth mentioning just for a little bit because he is on absolute fire this season. He's gone up. Now, there's obviously a lot of kind of publicised contract issues there. Apparently, he wants to take Arsenal to the cleaners. I don't really blame him because he is worth it. And I find it quite coincidental that Manuel Pellegrini has come out and said that City were trying to sign him as well. Is it maybe some tactics to try and upset him from a distance? Is Manuel trying to help us there, being a double agent from miles away? Cheers, Manuel, if so. Ozil as well has had a great season so far. He is the danger man. Fernando has to sit on him. We have to be tight on Sanchez. We have to squeeze, not giving the space to run into. And then down the wings, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Walcott, people like that bursting forward. They have plenty of pace and plenty of skill. Our fullbacks are getting a little bit older, maybe a little bit slower than they used to be. They're not necessarily in the perfect position to actually control this. My prediction, I am going to go for a 2-2. I struggle to say we're going to win, but I don't expect we'll play badly either. I think in general we do tend to raise it when it most matters, and I think we are a bit of a wounded dog at the moment. We are a wounded animal. It's been bitten hard by our form, been bitten hard by Leicester, and I think our performance against Watford was a step in the right direction. I know we are down. I know we've got a threadbare squad at times. It looks like all the players are missing, but I think we'll see some performances from players like Fernando that may surprise us. I may be wrong, and he may come out and laugh at me, but so be it. Anyway, guys, as I said, go and subscribe to my channel, Esteemed Company. Give this video a thumbs up. Go and subscribe to BlueMoonRisingTV, and we will see you soon. Let me know in the comments your thoughts.